Welcome on board the USS Yorktown. I'm Kyle Smith for ESPNU Campus Connection. The 2012 Carrier Classic was supposed to happen tonight, but then Mother Nature got in the way. The 2012 Carrier Classic was supposed to feature the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Marquette Golden Eagles. Marquette had their shoot-around around 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. As you can see, the weather was fine without a cloud in the sky. However, on Friday night, it was a different story. Event organizer Mike Whalen explains what happened.
When the court gets exposed to a lot of sunlight, it warms up, and then with the ocean or the bay flowing over it, we had condensation at the far end of the court, closest to the water.
Even though the court had a lot of condensation, there was still a major effort to get the game started. Players, volunteers, and military personnel got on their hands and knees in a futile attempt to dry the court. I caught it with Marquette forward Jamil Wilson, who talked about his disappointment in not playing on the Carrier.
I think it definitely bugs us as a team, me individually, all of us, because, we prepare for stuff like this in the off-season all the time. Pre-practice, individual workouts, boot camp, the sprints, all the stuff we do building up to this moment, the first game of the season, being here for the troops, the whole atmosphere, you'll never get something like this back. It's something you could tell people years from now, like I played on the ship in front of troops and things like that. So not being able to play, was a huge downer, but just being here and speaking to them not too long ago, talking to them about, their deployments and things like that is cool. So that kind of makes up for it. But, I think as a unit, we still wanted to play.
Jamil talked about how great an opportunity it would have been to play on the USS Yorktown. And even though the game didn't proceed, the Carrier still hosted interesting sights for fans. The Yorktown had many historic airplanes on display for viewing, and despite the fans being disappointed about the lack of play, Whalen explained that the risk of injury was just too high.
Yeah, there's a risk. You play the game. But let me make one thing real clear. I didn't want it on my conscience if I had some kid break his leg, or it just wasn't worth it. And as much as I wanted to have it, and I don't know how we'll continue or if we will. I hope we do. But in the final analysis, it'd be on me if I let it happen. So I wasn't going to let it happen.
The result of not having a game is definitely a tough one to swallow for fans, the military, and everybody else that attended. But as Mike Whalen put it, we cannot put our student athletes at risk for injury. Reporting for ESPNU, I'm Kyle Smith.